Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So all evening yesterday, I was thinking what is the best line I should start my presentation with, because before me, there'll be so many good sessions. So I came to a conclusion that I should start by thanking all of you for being here with us at this wonderful event, Huawei IP Club Carnival, and as I say, celebrating our networks together, or I would say celebrating the importance of our networks together. Because as we move forward in the morning, Mr. Heckenley said a very important line that networks are no more or not only boxes and devices, they are playing a very important role, a very important part in our overall digital transformation strategy. And I would not be wrong if I would say that networks are, or connectivity is the oxygen of the digital world. So in my session today, we talked about in the morning, since morning we talked about ADN, we talked about SD-WAN, we talked about traffic engineering, we talked about still the importance of Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E, but we did not talk about what technologies Huawei is bringing to help you do that. What is new we are doing? What is our vision for this year and beyond? And what is the direction our products and solutions are taking to help you achieve all we have been talking about since morning. So I will take you through a quick journey of these products and solutions, and then we will formally launch these products. Behind every single slide, of course, there's a lot to talk about, so I would request you to engage our teams. There are demonstrations outside. Go and have more details about these products and solutions. So let's start. So I'll start with where Mr. Heckenley concluded, is Huawei's Intelligent Cloud Network. Huawei Intelligent Cloud Network today is industry's most comprehensive network solution portfolio, network products and solution portfolio. It offers you almost everything. Starts from your data center transformation with CloudFabric 3.0. Then we go to your WAN networks, where we offer you new technologies like SRv6 segment routing, V6, we talk about FlexE. Then we move on to our Cloud Campus 3.0, which is today industry's one of the most popular campus network solution portfolio, where we are bringing you fantastic products. When we talk about Wi-Fi 6, we are talking about switching, and we are talking about a perfect LAN and WAN convergence. And then last but not the least, not forgetting the security part, HiSec 3.0 is our security product and solution portfolio, and we will be bringing to you a lot more under this portfolio in the future. And to manage all of this, of course, is our direction ADN. And Benoit talked about it in the earlier sessions. Jeremy talked about it in the earlier sessions. So iMaster NCE is our direction, which is on ADN based, or the theme of the iMaster NCE is based on ADN. By the way, how many of you already have been introduced to the word iMaster NCE? How many of you know this word? How many of you know this product? Can I have some hands? So we still have a job to do, I think. So we move forward. I'll go one by one. I'll start from CloudFabric 3.0, which is our hyper-converged data center network transformation solution portfolio. So what are we bringing to you under CloudFabric 3.0? First of all, three important things. Number one, level 3.5 autonomous driving network. ADN, SDN, we were very excited about SDN, but industry realized that SDN is not the ultimate answer or solution to all the problems that we face in our data center environment. To overcome that, Huawei developed the philosophy or the architecture of ADN, and we are leading in the industry when it comes to the implementation of ADN, and we are at the level of level 3.5. I'll explain you later on what do we mean by that. Second important thing is helping you develop zero packet loss, ultra low latency networks. Why do we need that? We will have a brief discussion why we need zero packet loss and ultra low latency network in my data center environment. And last but not the least, a very wonderful combination of network performance management and business performance center, your application performance management brought together under our Fabric Insight cross-flow platform. So very exciting new features coming with CloudFabric 3.0 for your data centers. So let's look at them one by one. What are we offering with these solutions? Let's start with level 3.5 autonomous driving network. I think Benoit gave you a very wonderful description of what is happening behind this level 3.5 autonomous driving network capability of Huawei. Let me give you one example. You're running a large data center, and your CEO or CIO comes to you and says, we are launching an application maybe in 4 days, which will be hit by maybe 35,000 people or maybe 100,000 people on the day one or in next 3 days. And he will come to you and say, are you ready for that? And as a network team or as a CIO, you would go back to your network team and you say, are you ready? And they would say, we need at least 1 week to tell you we are ready or not. And once they come back and they tell you they are ready or not, it may take them 1 to 2 or maybe a month to get their data center ready to actually do this job. But with ADN, Huawei's iMaster ADN capability, how much time it would take you to launch this application without any errors? Any guesses? How much time? Somebody from the audience? 1 day? 5 minutes. So you can launch an application of this scale within 5 minutes. And we can do a demonstration of this capability out there at our booths or later on when you engage us to do the practical demonstration of this capability of ADN platform, how it can help you completely understand your network environment, simulate the capability in your network environment. Are you ready to launch the application or not? And with one click of the button, you can actually get your network fully ready to launch any complex application in your data center environment. That is why, being very confident of our ADN capability and what we are doing with autonomous driving network, we offered our solution to an international body, TOLI, and we asked them to test this solution. And they came to a result that Huawei is way ahead of its counterparts in the industry from the capability perspective. So that was from the ADN side. Now let's go to another very interesting part, AI Fabric. So now high-performance computing data centers are becoming popular. Earlier, high-performance computing data centers were only adopted by maybe oil and gas sectors or maybe organizations who would be involved in research and development. But in the Middle East and globally, now government sector, oil and gas sector, education sector, research sector, a lot of sectors are adopting high-performance computing. But when they adopt high-performance computing, when they plan to deploy high-performance computing nodes, the obvious network choice they had was InfiniBand. But there are problems with InfiniBand. The problems, I would not say problems, but there are limitations with InfiniBand. One limitation, it's very complex. Second limitation, it's very expensive. Third limitation, it's kind of proprietary. Fourth limitation is that once you deploy a network, it's not very easy to make changes into your network. Then the alternate to InfiniBand was RoCE architecture, or RDMA over Ethernet, which is a Ethernet protocol. But this protocol has one very stringent requirement. And the requirement is, as you can see on the graph, if your data center has 0.1% packet loss, 0.1% packet loss, the performance of your data center may go down by approximately 40 to 50%. That means you can never develop a HPC cluster in an Ethernet environment. So to overcome this, Huawei created a new data center architecture in our switching product line. We call it AI Fabric. So what AI Fabric does is, using our same solution switching platform, we don't ask you to buy a new switching product. We use same Cloud Engine 16800 product line, and we help you build a zero packet loss and ultra low latency data center network environment into your data center. So you can build a high performance computing data center using Ethernet technology. And we have tested this solution with multiple organizations globally and with research organizations. And in the last 6 months, we have seen a lot of requirement coming from our customers, even in the Middle East market. Then moving on, there is another very important feature we are bringing to you. If you're a large organization, if you're a government organization, or if you're a large enterprise, and over the last 4 or 5 years, you have deployed multiple data centers, and not only that, you have multi-vendor data center environment. So in one data center, you have vendor C. In one vendor data center, you have vendor A, and now you have Huawei also coming into your data center environment. And now you want to do that. You want to be open. You want to be flexible with multiple vendors, but you are worried about one thing, that when all these vendors are operating in my data center environment, how would I push my configurations across these multiple data centers? Number two, how would I manage my services across these multiple data centers? To solve this problem, we bring to you a new platform called Agile Open Container Platform. So this platform actually comes on top of all these data center management platforms, and it can help you create network services. It can help you push different kind of network services into a multi-vendor data center, multi-data center and multi-vendor data center environment. It can help you monitor these services. It can help because it has inbuilt Yang models, libraries, software-defined kits. So with one click of a button, you can push any kind of network service across these multiple vendor data center environment. So if you're a large organization, definitely your strategy would be to go open, not be dependent on one vendor when it comes to networking. And AOC is a perfect platform which will help you achieve that. Then let's go to another very important thing which we are bringing for your data center. In an environment when you are operating multiple applications, for example, you're a large bank. For example, you're a government organization, but you're a part of a government organization where you are also not only operating applications, but there are very critical transactions happening on these applications. For example, if your data center goes down, you may have a loss of multi-million-dollar or maybe hundreds and thousands of dollars in your data center environment. So you would definitely deploy a network performance management, and you would try to deploy application performance management into your data center environment. You would try to invest in both at the same time. But once you deploy them, again, there is a gap. As if there is a problem, network team would blame the application team would blame the network team. So what are we doing at Huawei? We are synergizing our two important platforms. Fabric Insight, which is our AI Ops or AI-based network performance management platform. And we are synergizing it with a very powerful tool, or we can say BPC tool called Crossflow. So what happens is, when you have a problem in one of your application, and your CIO or CEO says that our XYZ business application is not performing well, customers are complaining, we are having a business revenue loss of millions of dollars, what you would do is you would just go and do one click on your Crossflow platform, and once you find out there is a problem at the network layer, the platform will directly take you to Fabric Insight, and where Fabric Insight will exactly tell you what exactly is the problem in your network, why the problem is coming, but still, maybe as a network operator, you don't understand how to solve this problem. So Fabric Insight, based on knowledge graphs and maps, and based on big data and AI capability, it would let you know how to solve this problem. So we also have a very important mechanism in Fabric Insight we call 135. So within 1 minute, you can locate the fault, which may take maybe 70 minutes or 2 hours or 3 hours to locate the fault, identify the fault. Within 3 minutes, you can know what is the solution of the fault, and within 5 minutes, you are done. So generally, in a data center environment, we have seen an average would be 70 minutes to understand and do the rectification of this kind of fault. So all of this can be done within 3 to 5 minutes. So this is the capability we are bringing to you with these two very powerful tools, Fabric Insight and Crossflow. And we are ready to do a demonstration of the capability of this platform to you. So do engage us for this very, very powerful tool which we bring for you and your data centers. So that was all from the data center perspective. Of course, there are a lot of other features in our data center which we can talk about, but I picked and choose what are the most interesting 3 new things we are bringing to you. Now let's move on to SD-WAN. SD-WAN in the last 2 years has been the hottest topic globally and in the Middle East region. We are talking to banks. We gave you example of Habib Bank. We are talking to a lot of banks in the region who are transforming to SD-WAN for one reason or the other. We have deployed SD-WAN already with government departments. We have deployed SD-WAN already with education sector. So every industry sector is looking at SD-WAN in a different way. So Huawei brings to you a very comprehensive SD-WAN solution. But what are the key values of this solution? It offers you perfect LAN and WAN convergence, or LAN and SD-WAN convergence in one single platform. Usually, when you want to do SD-WAN, you would deploy one platform for your campus, another platform for your SD-WAN requirements. But we bring all of this together under one portfolio called Cloud Campus 3.0. It offers you also other lot of features, like one hop to the cloud means you can deploy your SD-WAN in a multi-cloud environment, deterministic experience using traffic engineering. Jeremy talked about it in the morning. And of course, multiple WAN capability options for you on the table. So let me just introduce to you two of the key capabilities around our SD-WAN. When we were deploying SD-WAN in the region with a lot of customers, we realized one thing, that a lot of customers, I give you one example. We went to some enterprises, they have maybe 100 Mbps terminating on every branch. But still, they are trying to deploy SD-WAN, 100 Mbps terminating, they are only using maybe 20 Mbps out of it. But still, they are trying to deploy SD-WAN for bandwidth optimization. That means they don't know why they're deploying SD-WAN. So with our traffic engineering capability, we help them optimize or utilize their current bandwidth up to 90%. So they had to do no compression, no changes in the way they are using their WAN links. On the other hand, we went to other kind of organizations. They were using MPLS, and they shifted to internet to take the benefit of SD-WAN, to reduce the cost using SD-WAN. But when they shifted their traffic to internet, they faced a big challenge that there was a lot of jitter, there was a lot of packet loss on the internet side of the traffic. So we helped them make their traffic tolerant to up to 30% of packet loss in their internet traffic environment. So two key capabilities, current bandwidth utilization, and once you shift to an internet link, how you can make your link more tolerant to a packet loss environment. Then another way, so now let's go talk about another capability. SASE is becoming very popular. Every customer who's talking about SD-WAN, they want to deploy SASE architecture. So understanding this requirement for our customers, we bring to you a new routing or hyper-converged routing platform, which brings in 6 security capabilities into one box. So we start with URL filtering, we talk about wireless, we talk about IPS, we talk about application control, we talk about secure cloud access, a lot of security features into one single box, apart from it offering you a lot of WAN options and a lot of traffic engineering and traffic steering options. So a very powerful platform in case you are planning to deploy a SASE architecture. So that was all, okay, let me see, okay. So that was all from the SD-WAN perspective. Then we are also bringing some new products when it comes to our campus solutions. Let's start with what is new. There are 3 new things on our access points capability. First of all, on the right side, we bring to you new access points which are actually capable or able to deliver you Wi-Fi 6E. So after Wi-Fi 6 standard, Wi-Fi 6E is also becoming a very popular standard. Why? Because it offers you more bandwidth. In Wi-Fi 6E environment, you can touch up to 6.5 Gbps on a single access point. So this new access point, 6761 22T, actually a triple band access point which operates on 2.4 gigahertz, it operates on 5 gigahertz, and it also operates on 6 gigahertz. And it can offer you up to 6.5 Gbps of clean bandwidth. Second very important access point which we bring to you is, we call it a butterfly AP. Why we call it a butterfly AP? Because we have slightly changed the way AP operates. Earlier, we were having intelligent antennas built into one single access point. Now we are splitting those antennas like a butterfly wing, and what we are trying to achieve is that if you deploy one access point in one room, you can actually cater 3 rooms from the same access points. So that's why we call it a butterfly AP. It gives you way more bandwidth and, of course, reduces the cost. Third access point which we bring to you is a honeybee access point. So this access point, for example, all of us have wall plates in our offices. We have wall plates in our rooms and homes. So you can just replace that wall plate with this access point. So these access points come in very beautiful colors like gold and silver, very beautiful aesthetic colors. And you can replace that wall plate and place this access point there. And one of the AP can act as a leader AP and control all the other access points. Another a very powerful tool when it comes to the AP. Then from the switching side also there is one change. We call it our solar system solution. So what is a solar system solution? When you deploy a LAN network, what is the maximum you can go on a cable, on a Cat5 or Cat6 cable? What is the maximum distance you can do? 100 meter? 100 meter. So with this solution, we can go up to 1,000 meters. So we have introduced a new kind of cable, a hybrid cable, which is a combination of a very low resistance copper and, of course, fiber. So when you deploy this cable, you extend this cable from the switch, you can go up to 1,000 meters and you can offer PoE. And if you want to offer PoE plus, you can go up to approximately 700 to 800 meters. And if you want to do PoE plus plus, you can still go up to 300 to 400 meters. So what it does, it actually reduces your carbon footprint in your cabling environment. It reduces your number of switches in your building. For example, if you deploy this kind of building, in earlier architecture, you would do one core switch, aggregation, and then access switches. But in our new architecture, you would just do one core switch, and you would directly connect to the remote units or access points or anything up to 1,000 meters. So that actually really simplifies the way you are doing networking in a LAN environment. So this was more about what we are doing in terms of our access points, in terms of our cloud campus solution. So this was all from my presentation. I think if you can recall, I talked about 3 important things. One is our CloudFabric solution. In the CloudFabric solution, we talked about zero packet loss. We talked about level 3.5 ADN. We talked about our SDN solution. And at the last, we talked about our Cloud Campus 3.0 solution. So now I would leave you with a video introducing our solar solution architecture. I hope you would, I think, understand even way better what I'm trying to talk about. Oh, I think we can play the video. I think somebody has skipped the video. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation perspective. Thank you very much.